bring in Niall Stanage, White House columnist for The Hill, to talk a little bit more about that. First of all, happy Friday to you, Niall.
Happy Friday to you too, Adrienne. We made it through another week.
That's exactly what I would say. We made it. But before we make it to the weekend, we got to talk about Judge Jackson's confirmation. Clearly, this is a major win for President Biden.
Yes, absolutely. I think in two ways. One, the historic nature of this confirmation. And secondly, President Biden, when a candidate, had promised he would appoint or nominate a black woman to the Supreme Court. So, promise made, promise kept. Tick that one off the list. And of course, he did get some measure of bipartisan support, with 3 Republican senators voting to confirm Judge Jackson.
Was that significant?
It was significant, I think, in a couple of ways. One is the process of confirming Supreme Court justices has become so politicized and so polarized that even a sliver of support from the other party is significant. The other way I think it matters, Adrienne, is that it does blunt to some degree the attacks on Judge Jackson as this sort of left-wing radical. That argument becomes more difficult to make in a plausible fashion when you have Republican senators like Mitt Romney, Susan Collins, Lisa Murkowski voting for her.
And a lot of Republicans actually were caught on video praising Jackson for her character, lauding her for her experience and her story, but then they still voted no. Was this about not agreeing with some of the issues, the very controversial issues that she has previously spoken out about or ruled on?
Partly that, but I also think the Supreme Court process has just changed, Adrienne. It used to be comparatively recently that members of the opposite party acknowledged a president's capacity to appoint a Supreme Court justice so long as that person was basically qualified. That process has now broken down. It has broken down in respect of both parties. I mean, no Democrat voted for Amy Coney Barrett, for example. But I think what we're seeing is that process continuing. And it's not a terribly edifying spectacle a lot of the time, but that's where we are.
Is there anything that could be an indication that Judge Jackson could surprise us with some of her rulings?
For the most part, she's expected to be, I would say, a reliable liberal voice. There's nothing really in her record that suggests that she's going to be completely unorthodox in that respect. One point I would make, though, Adrienne, is that surprises depends what your expectations are, right? I mean, I think she has been painted by some critics as this radical figure, which seems a shaky case to me. But it's Justice Breyer, who she's replacing, who is emphatically against the death penalty. It's not clear, for example, that Ketanji Brown Jackson shares that opinion.
Niall, thank you for giving us something to think about and Google research a little bit later today, and we appreciate it. Have a happy Friday.
Same to you, Adrienne. Have a good weekend.
Thank you. Still ahead. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to click on the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.